Hey guys, welcome to Anytime Soccer Training. My name is Neil Crawford. I am the founder of Anytime Soccer Training and also a soccer dad and recreational coach. This is not a fancy marketing video or anything like that. This is just a personal thank you to say thank you very much for joining the Anytime Soccer Training family. And I want to make sure that you guys hit the ground running by doing a couple of things. Number one, giving you a quick demo of the website. Number two, showing you how I use the website and assuring you that it's very, very easy. So with that being said, let's hop into the demo of the website so that I can show you how I recommend you get started. Now, even though it's a tech company, I am not the most tech savvy, so bear with me. So hopefully you can see my screen. So here we go. So when you log in, after you create your player account, you will see all the players that you have created. I'm gonna log in as if I was one of my children. This takes you to the player dashboard, okay? And the player dashboard is broken into different sections. But for the purposes of this video, we're only gonna talk about the Train Like a Pro section. The Train Like a Pro section houses the bulk of the training content. And with that being said, let me give you a recommendation on where to get started. Now, I recommend you start with the 1000 Touch Ball Mastery series. This is a great series to do, especially in the summer and especially off season. You can get 1000 touches in a very short period of time. And guess what? You need no equipment. The only thing you need is a soccer ball. The same thing goes for the 2-footed juggle master series. Kids just don't get enough aerial control practice in training. The summertime, when they're out, is a great time to get those extra touches in. And we're going to come back to the Juggle Master series in a second. If you want to work on dribbling and you want to get started, I recommend the figure eight explosion. Again, it's hundreds of figure eight drills, figure eight pattern dribbling drills, as well as other variations. The cones, you can play around with the space of the cones. I keep them between 2 feet and 10 feet. It's all those key figure eight dribbling patterns are within this series. And again, doesn't require very much space. So those are the 3 that I recommend getting started with, even though there's much more content. A couple of other ones I want to bring to your attention, however, or there are 2 more that I want to bring to your attention. The first one is the 2-cone midfield escape. This is the one where the kid is working on lateral movements with the ball, 2 cones. Again, very little space. You're talking about 2 feet of cones and you're moving back and forth with the ball. And finally, the rebounder, the first touch rebounder series. You cannot go wrong with rebounding, right? It improves your first touch as well as your passing and so many other things. And I really want to emphasize that not only do we have a dedicated video per move, but we do use a dedicated video per foot. Because I have one son that's right-footed and one son is left-footed, and I wanted the program to make sure that they were 2-footed players. So what that means is, if you look here, the rebounder series is just one example of that. One touch with the inside foot with the right foot on. All right, what do you think's next? One touch with the inside foot, the left foot on. Then it's one touch passing with the inside foot, alternating feet. And then after that, we review the three variations of that same pass in one video. And then we go on to 2-foot with the right foot and so forth and so on. And that's how we built the program up so that your child becomes 2-footed, so that your child can get these essential yet mundane touches in without becoming frustrated. And that's because the videos are 100% follow along and relatively short. This first video is only 4 minutes, and that includes rest periods after 30 seconds and a 30-second rest period. So it's really only like 3 minutes of of training, basically. And then to the juggling, for example, we try to make sure that the program is suited for kids of all abilities. So whether your child can juggle 1 time or 3,000 times, it doesn't matter. There's a place for them to get started. So my 2013 son is starting with the thigh kick and balance series, and that's where you're just really kicking it off the thigh, letting it hit the ground, kicking and catching with the thigh, just making sure they get familiar with the ball and they have early success. Some kids will start right at kick and catch, others will go to the intermediate. My older one, 2010, is in the advanced. And then once you cross over the advanced with the regular size ball, you can get into the size 1 ball and the tennis ball. There's so much content, and we're adding more and more content each week. So again, I recommend 1000 touch. That way they can learn the cadence. It's a short video. It's going to be a move that they're familiar with. In this case, it's toe tap stationary. So you're not really having to do a whole bunch of teaching the soccer. It's just getting used to the program, and it's not too long. And when they finish that video, they'll get a green check, and it's done, and they move on to the next one. But they can always repeat the video over and over and over until they get it, especially considering it's only going to be 1 or 2 moves. So I hope you found this helpful. I really encourage you to get started. Don't fall victim to analysis paralysis. Just get started. Your kids will figure it out, and I think they will really appreciate it. Explore it. If you have any comments or any questions, feel free to hit me up, Neil, N-E-I-L, at anytime-soccer.com. I would love to chat with you. I will help you as much as I can. And finally, I said I was going to do this, but you know what? I'll do this in another video. I will go through the entire gamut of how I use Anytime Soccer Training to do an entire training session with my boys and the kids I train. So with that being said, again, thank you so much for joining, and let's get better together.